Good evening all. Today's topic is Safai Karmachari. Why this is into news today? Because there was a recent report given by Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation that the number of Safai Karmacharis who are being dead in this particular 2019 in the first half of 6 months is very high in number. So till in the 21st century also, the people who are practicing manual scavenging, which is abolished, which is prohibited, still people are following it. In spite of following it, they are also subjected to mortality. So in that particular background, I am going to discuss about this particular Safai Karmachari. So Safai Karmachari Andolan is one particular Andolan mainly discussed about prohibition of manual scavengings. So there is a data, according to the data available with the National Commission for Safai Karmacharis, 50 workers have died cleaning sewers in the first 6 months of 2019, and from 8 states. This particular number is also owned from 8 states: Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Delhi, Punjab, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. So from this particular factual information, what I want to tell is that in those states where there is caste-based discrimination is present, from that particular states only the manual scavengers are being died, because caste-based discrimination is present in manual scavenging. Scheduled caste people like Bhangi, different communities of SCs were been practicing this manual scavenging traditionally, which is authorized by the society. So this particular inhuman jobs like manual scavenging need to be prohibited. For that, there is a legislation is also there. In spite of the legislation, in spite of the prohibition, still the mortality in this particular occupational people is very high. The data says that railways is the largest employer of Safai Karmacharis, and the problem of manual scavenging is nowhere as acute as it is in the railways. So railways is one of the sector. In railways, the most of the manual scavengers is working in railways. In prelims point of view, in which particular organization manual scavenging is widespread? Then the answer is Indian Railways. So the government itself practicing the manual scavenging. The data feels that Swachh Bharat Abhiyan should not focus on toilet building, but also on eradication of manual scavenging of workers and their rehabilitation. So it should focus not just on construction of the toilets, it should also focus on eradication of manual scavengings and on workers rehabilitation, manual scavenging workers rehabilitation. That means the ambit of manual scavengers should increase. Tamil Nadu has recorded the highest number of such casualties, followed by Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh and Haryana. Prelims point of view, which state is producing maximum number of casualties in relation to manual scavengers? Then the answer is Tamil Nadu. However, there is a positive thing that in terms of payment of mandatory compensation, Tamil Nadu has a better record of making payment. With respect to the mandatory compensation which is being given to the manual scavengers. So from this particular report, I am going to tell you that there is one particular legislation which is made in the year 2013 because of the efforts of social activists called as Bejawada Wilson and the Andolan called as Safai Karmachari Andolan. A legislation was been made, and the legislation is called as Prohibition of Employment as Manual Scavengers and Their Rehabilitation. So it's not just a prohibition of their employment, it is with respect to their rehabilitation also. If you remove from the employment, they should be given some livelihood, no? It's not about the removal, it's not about the prohibition, it's not about the abolition. We should also give them alternative in the form of rehabilitation. So in this particular act, they mentioned about prohibition of manual scavenging as an occupation, at the same time rehabilitation of those manual scavengers should be amended. So that particular act need to be amended more. Why? Because the state governments are recruiting manual scavengers. The organizations, urban local bodies are recruiting manual scavengers like Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation, like Bruhan Mumbai Corporation. So such corporations, the big urban local bodies are also recruiting manual scavengers. So whoever recruits the manual scavengers, they should be subjected to punishment. That is the demand for amendment in Manual Scavengers Act of 2013. States and municipalities should invest heavily in mechanized cleaning of sewers and septic tanks. So it's not about recruitment of manual scavengers. Why you are going for manual recruitment? You can take up the machines, you can buy the machines, you can change the technology in cleaning of the sewers, in cleaning of the septic tanks. Why you are sending the man into the holes? So better send the machines. So there is a need for change, attitudinal change from manual to machines with respect to treatment of sewages, treatment of septic tanks. So there is one particular commission was been established, that is called as National Commission for Safai Karmachari. It was constituted in 1994 as a statutory body by an act of parliament called as National Commission for Safai Karmacharis Act 1993. So a commission was been constituted to look after the issues of Safai Karmacharis, to look everything about Safai Karmacharis. That particular commission is called as National Commission for Safai Karmacharis. This particular duty is, initially it was appointed for a period of 3 years, that is up to 1997, but later on it spread, it consequently it increased. Today also this particular commission became active. That means it became a evergreen, or every time it's present everywhere. The commission recommends to the central government specific programs of action towards elimination of inequality in status, facilities and opportunities for Safai Karmacharis. So this commission will look after providing equality, equal status, equal importance for the Safai Karmacharis. If anybody been treated unequally, if anybody is treated discriminatorily, then they will be subjected to punishment under this particular National Commission for Safai Karmachari. This National Commission Safai Karmachari will look into the matter and will recommend to the government for the sake of punishment. It makes reports to central or state governments on any matter concerning Safai Karmacharis. This particular commission body will recommend how to take the necessary measures. That message is recommended by this particular National Commission for Safai Karmachari. So this particular body consists of 1 member, chairman and 4 members and a secretary. Total the body consists of 5 members. This is about National Commission for Safai Karmachari. The major duty is to prohibit manual scavenging and to rehabilitate the workers who are involved in manual scavenging. And the social activist who involved in prohibition of manual scavenging is Bajawada Wilson, and the Andolan is called Safai Karmachari Andolan, is one of the movement against manual scavenging. So this is my Gmail ID, this is my Quora review, this is Telegram channel whereby everyday current affairs will be pumped into it, exam oriented, prelims and mains oriented current affairs will be pumped into it, and this is my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you type Vishnu VARDHAN P, you can see my image, and just by clicking the icon bell you can subscribe the channel. Thank you.